Tesla Model Y, reportedly sold out for Q1 2023. Most people probably saw this coming, but perhaps not quite so soon. We just entered the halfway point of the first quarter of 2023, and it seems Tesla has sold every Model Y electric crossover it can produce throughout the course of the quarter. Hopefully, if you were in the market for a Tesla Model Y, you placed your order when the US EV maker drastically dropped the price from $65,990 to $52,990. Perhaps you waited to see if it would drop further, but were still able to grab one up at $54,990 before there were no units left for the quarter. We can only hope that Tesla will lock in the Model Y's price at $54,990 so that it continues to qualify for the revamped $7,500 US federal EV tax credit. However, with some major decisions on battery production and materials sourcing coming from the US Treasury Department soon, it's difficult to know how it will all play out. At any rate, when Tesla dropped the prices on every vehicle in its lineup this year, with the largest reduction on the Model Y, there were all sorts of red flags about a lack of demand. There were also concerns about the future impact on resale value and the used market. We're already seeing Tesla's used values plummet, but the price reductions have clearly worked to boost sales in a big way, and they've even encouraged rival EV makers to follow suit. According to Electrek, sources with details on the matter shared that Tesla has no build slots left for the Model Y prior to April 2023. If you order a new Model Y today, Tesla says you should expect to take delivery between April and June of 2023. There are, however, still certain configurations available in inventory in some areas, but they're not likely to last. The Model 3 also comes at a reasonable discount, though it's not as appealing as the Model Ys. It seems the automaker still has build slots available for the electric sedan, as its website shows orders made now will be delivered this month or in March 2023. Source: reposted and summarized from Stephen Loveday at Inside Eves. My take: Tesla has way more demand than production capability. Tesla denies false allegation of layoffs at Giga New York in Buffalo. Tesla denies false allegation of employee layoffs at Giga New York in Buffalo due to their desire to join a union. The decision to fire employees was before they announced their union campaign. Only one of the 27 fired was involved in the union campaign. Today, a number of reports surfaced that Tesla had fired dozens of employees at its factory in Buffalo, New York, allegedly because they started a union campaign. In fact, the reports contained false information, and denigrated the name of the company and Elon Musk himself, while not having hard evidence. In response to the false accusations, Tesla released a statement detailing the situation and refuted the fictitious information. The company said it conducts performance review cycles every 6 months around the world. One such cycle was completed in December 2022. Approximately 4% of the autopilot labeling team in Buffalo was laid off as a result of this performance review cycle. The affected employees were identified on February 3, 2023, well before the announcement of the union campaign. In addition, only one of the 27 affected employees is officially recognized as a member of the trade union campaign. The text of the statement is included in the article in full below. There is a false allegation that Tesla terminated employees in response to a new union campaign. These are the facts behind the event. Tesla conducts performance review cycles every 6 months. Employees receive a performance rating from 1 to 5 in each cycle that helps them calibrate their work with the expectations of their job. In the worst case, if an employee fails to meet their performance expectations, they will be let go. This review process takes place globally, including in North America, Europe, China, etc. It is not localized to Buffalo. The most recent performance review cycle was from July 2022 through December 2022. On December 13, 2022, managers across the company received a communication regarding the review schedule. This included information noting that exits for low performers would start the week of February 12, 2023. Approximately 4% of the employees on the autopilot labeling team in Buffalo were exited as a result of this performance review cycle. The employees let go as part of this process received prior feedback on their poor performance from their managers over the course of the review period. Despite feedback, they did not demonstrate sufficient improvement. The impacted employees were identified on February 3, 2023, which was well before the union campaign was announced. We became aware of organizing activities approximately 10 days later. We learned in hindsight that 1 out of the 27 impacted employees officially identified as part of the union campaign. This exercise predated any union campaign. The labeling team in Buffalo, New York has been growing over the last several months at an average rate of around 10 employees a week. Over the last 6 months, the department's employee base has grown 54%, from 437 employees to 675 employees as of the beginning of this week. The reason there is time monitoring for image labeling is to improve the ease of use of our labeling software. Since its purpose is to calculate how long it takes to label and image, there is nothing to be gained by delaying bathroom breaks. The claim that Tesla pressures employees to do so is categorically false. Our employees in Buffalo are core to our mission of accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy, helping to build superchargers, solar roof and power electronics for many applications. Source: reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: if Tesla becomes unionized, it will only be an anchor that weighs it down. Tesla tops BMW for 2022 US luxury car sales, and it's not even close. Tesla not only beat all US luxury automakers on car sales for 2022 as a whole, but also beat them by a ridiculous margin. BMW was the former champ, and while its sales dropped by over 5% year over year, Tesla's sales grew by more than a whopping 40%. Looking at every luxury brand that sells cars in the US, and not separating out any vehicles by powertrain, Tesla was the clear leader for 2022. Even though the US automaker only produces EVs and only sells 4 models, it left all luxury rivals in the dust. According to a report by Automotive News, Tesla had 484,351 new car registrations in the US in 2022. But data compiled by Experian confirms that this number is up 41% from that of 2021. Meanwhile, BMW had 327,929 new car registrations for the year, a 5.3% drop. Mercedes-Benz's 2022 sales essentially remained flat compared to 2021, coming in at 269,511 new registrations last year. Tesla and CEO Elon Musk don't really see rival EVs as their top competitors, but rather, gas-powered cars. This is because it's Tesla's mission to lead the transition to EVs. While Tesla's models are easily outselling all their fully electric classmates, it's arguably much bigger news that the US company's lineup as a whole is outselling sought-after German luxury brands that produce primarily gas-powered vehicles. We used to talk about specific Tesla models finally beating their gas-powered rivals, but now, Tesla's small lineup is knocking it out of the park compared to the much larger lineups of successful, legacy automakers. That said, the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y made up the vast majority of the US automakers' sales in 2022. But check out more related Tesla stories. Tesla could produce as many cars as BMW in 2023. Musk okay with Tesla going bankrupt? If a rival built a better EV. As a whole, luxury brands' total registrations were down 3.5% for the year, at just over 2 million. Tesla helped keep this number up significantly, however. If you remove Tesla from the mix of luxury registrations in 2022, the other brands were collectively down 11%. When it comes to EV sales, BMW's registrations added up to about 14,000 in 2022, and Mercedes came in at around 11,500. Tesla only sells EVs, so compare its total of almost 485,000 to the latter figures to paint a picture of how it's all playing out. Source: reposted and summarized from Stephen Loveday at Inside Eves. My take: the Tesla Model Y will soon be the best-selling car in the world. The Model 2 will overtake it though. Joe Biden praises Elon Musk for opening big part of Tesla's Supercharger network for all EVs in US. US President Joe Biden praised Elon Musk for opening up a big part of Tesla's Supercharger network for all EV drivers in the US. He noted that it is a big deal that will make a big difference to reach the administration's goal of delivering 500,000 chargers along highways in the US by 2030. President Biden has praised Tesla and its founder Elon Musk for their important contribution to spurring the spread of electric vehicles in the US. The company will open the majority of its Supercharger network in the US to all electric vehicles, which means the company's thousands of charging stations will support the nation's transition to electric vehicles, giving confidence that EV drivers will be able to charge their vehicles everywhere. The president wrote on Twitter, "In building our EV charging network, we have to ensure that as many chargers work for as many drivers as possible. To that end, Elon Musk will open a big part of Tesla's network up to all drivers. That's a big deal." Elon Musk thanked Biden and said that Tesla is happy to support all electric vehicles with its Supercharger network, which is the widest charging network in the US and worldwide. "Thank you. Tesla is happy to support other EVs via our Supercharger network. Thank you. Tesla is happy to support other EVs via our Supercharger network. Elon Musk. Elon Musk, February 15, 2023. By the end of next year, Tesla plans to make available 7,500 Supercharger stations between new and current ones on highways and at hotels and restaurants, according to the Office of the President. The discussion of this move during a virtual call, with the participation of Musk and CEOs of other companies, began back in April 2022. Elon Musk was on that call, said White House Infrastructure Coordinator Mitch Landrieu. "He was very open, he was very constructive, and, at that time, he said his intent was to work with us to make his network interoperable." Source: reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: it's about time the White House starts to acknowledge Tesla and Elon.